being blind has brought on an entirely different set of emotions that I can't explain to anybody else that would probably understand except for somebody else who's blind. You are relying on everybody in your life to do almost everything for you. Not everything. I still unload the dishwasher. I still do the laundry. I can make myself coffee. I can make myself meals if they're laid out for me in a certain fashion. I can help cook, but I can't cook by myself. So different kinds of things. But the having to ask for help consistently from my husband and my kids is hard, and sometimes I feel like I shouldn't be asking for help. I should be trying to do it myself, and sometimes I don't have a choice, but I can hear them sigh, or I can see or hear their shoulders slump, like, oh, here I go again having to help my mom out. And I know that they don't mean it, but I can still sense it and feel it. And it's frustrating, I think, for all of us to have this new dynamic in our life that we're having to get used to. The other dynamics that I'm having to get used to are the first that I'm going through. Recently just had my birthday, and I actually wasn't really looking forward to it for the first time in a long time. I love my birthday. I think everybody should send me cards and letters and balloons and flowers and make a big spectacle of everything. And it was the first time that I wasn't that excited about it, because I knew it was all going to revolve around the fact that I couldn't see. In my family's defense, it was actually a lovely day. My daughter made me a cake, which is delicious, and I'm going to have my 4th piece today. My birthday was yesterday, so you do the math. Excuse me. My husband made, some of my cousins had nothing to do with me being blind, which was fantastic. One of them did is a game that we can all play together, which is okay. We love to play games, and I would have probably looked for a similar game to give to him for Christmas. So, unfortunately, he took that off the table for me. But all these firsts, the first time that we have to go to Thanksgiving for somebody's house, or the first time, once COVID gets out of the way, we have a big Christmas dinner, is going to be very interesting for me. Excuse me, I don't realize how often I do that. That needs to get cut out. But so the first things that I'm going to have to do along the way are always going to be something interesting. The other thing that I've noticed about being blind, that again I think only blind people understand, is sometimes I can be all by myself and feel more normal and less lonely than I can feel than I do with a room full of people. And that is really weird and hard to explain. But I can be listening to a television show, even though I can't see it. I can listen to it or listen to a book on tape or whatever I'm doing. And sometimes I just have music on, and I've been working like a champ trying to get all my routes done. So the other day I was actually kind of dancing around the house to the route of what my route would be with my cup of coffee, and nobody was here, and I didn't feel lonely at all. And other times everyone's in the house and everyone's doing their own thing, but nobody's talking to me. And it's not that they have to talk to me, but I think because I can't see them, there's this remoteness that I can't explain, that I can only explain as loneliness. And again, nobody's fault, it's just there. This morning, I actually had some friends help me with some electronic keyboard training, and I didn't feel lonely at all, because we were all focusing on something, doing something together as a foursome, fivesome. They're a 4-spot of a family, and they were including me and us all trying to work together. They've got 2 little ones, so it was kind of a spelling test for them and a keyboard test for me, and I just failed my typing test, but we're going to get to that. Excuse me. but I didn't feel lonely at all. But then I came home and my husband's at work. It's Columbus Day. Both kids are home once they got home from their practice. And it's bizarre to feel lonely in your own house when there's other people in it. But that's sometimes how I feel. And nobody's doing it on purpose. We're all just doing our own thing. But it's this sensation that you can't, because you can't see them and see what they're doing or feel what they're doing by looking at them, you feel almost ignored and then by default lonely. And that's my fear for all these holidays, is that we're going to be in a room full of people, and it's happened inadvertently in the past so far, where we've been in a room not full of people, but less than 10 people, and I might even be in the middle of telling a story and I realize that no one's actually listening to me. So I just am quiet and let everyone talk. But the good news about today's little infomercial, if you will, is that I have gotten through all my routes with my mobility trainer. So we just have to keep practicing until Guiding Eyes decides that I am approved or declined, and then we get put on the waiting list for a dog if I'm approved. So we still have to are waiting to see if I get approved or not. But that part, he still comes and practices with me as often as I want. So once more leaves fall, he'll practice with me. When the snow falls, he'll practice with me up until a certain point. I guess I'm not sure when that happens, but and he's been terrific. And coincidentally, I got right in with the technology guy when I called to say that I was ready to see about learning the technology that they have to offer, so that I could potentially get back into my field online if I can, or find another creative way to utilize the strengths that I have and the knowledge that I have to give back. The first part was the typing test, and holy crap that I failed. One sentence. Apparently includes every letter of the alphabet. I'm going to give it away, so if anybody has a typing test coming up, you're about to find out what the typing sentence is. The quick red fox jumped over the brown dog. Lazy brown dog. Thank you, Lily. The quick red fox jumped over the lazy brown dog. That includes every letter of the alphabet. And if you have your fingers on the home row, which I didn't even know there was a home row till the night before we went. My husband said, find your home row, and I had no idea what he was talking about. And I've taken typing class before, and I actually used to be a wicked good typer, but I haven't touched a keyboard since since March, when I went out on disability. Well, maybe since May, when things started going to hell in a handbasket. That's a long time, though, to not touch a keyboard. So muscle memory, you'd think it was there, but let me tell you what, kids, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. So I have some educational learning to do, but I will get there. I have faith that I will get there, and then I will get my laptop, hopefully, down the line, long ways away, but lots of things to look forward to. But just wanted to kind of get out that little bit of hooray for me. I had my birthday and I got over that little hump of one of the first things that I've been not dreading but wondering, I suppose, how the day was going to go. Got through that, and I just wanted to explain a little bit about what it feels like sometimes to be within a room full of people and still feel like you're all by yourself because you can't see what's going on. So hopefully whoever edits this, be it my husband or my daughter, will call this blind loneliness / I don't know, something. Find something creative to call it. I'm not sure, but hopefully you enjoyed it or get something out of it, and or have got something out of all the previous ones and continue to come back. Thanks.